What's up, YouTube? So I got scammed this week. Here's my house. Looks really good. I'm gonna go over everything right now. So we have the primer out in the front. It's gonna be white and black. So it's gonna be white, it's gonna be black. All the bricks gonna be black. Looks really good. I mean, it's kind of early for the exterior, but next week should be pretty much done. Going into the house, we have a lot that's happened. I'm very happy with the progress this week. I was also out of town pretty much the past 6 days, so it's looking really good. We're gonna be replacing this front door and the back door soon, but we have some flooring getting laid right now. We also put in all these brand new doors. So the entire house is brand new doors now and trim. Looks gorgeous. Very happy with how it looks. I initially didn't want to do doors because doors alone, the doors and install cost like $2,500 for the entire house. It's like 10 doors. Why would I want to pay that? I didn't want to, but a lot of the doors had holes in them. The trim was really old and ugly, and it just made sense to do it. Looking into here, again, this is all painted. My contractor has to back roll these. Not much going on in the restroom as of right now. It's really just all covered. So I'll kind of just do a quick, taped and covered, ready for flooring. The living room, we got the biggest pop though. So, go in the living room. Here's what we got. Wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. So we got brand new floor. This is LVP. It's obviously not the entire thing, but it's gonna get there. And we have all this gorgeous cabinetry. So I had my cabinet guy finish up this past weekend. I think he did a great job. This is all dovetail, brand new, soft close, gray shaker style cabinets, custom to the layout of this house. We have a few holes here because I had my electrician come by and rewire some stuff so we can have some outlets on the backsplash. This is all gonna be tiled up. I don't have a color of tile yet. I already bought the stove. I'm looking to buy the dishwasher and the microwave soon. Obviously my drywall guy has to come back and patch up some of these small deficiencies. But we also have had our countertops put in as well. So my countertop guy had a really fast turnaround. Usually it takes like a week and a half. He did this in 2 days. I think he just had a slab ready to go. And I got a great deal. I paid, I think, $2,000. This is blue veining on the white quartz. For counters, I just have a guy that I get cheap countertops for, and I don't really care what counters I get as long as they're white. So he kind of just gives me whatever he has left in stock in the warehouse. I've gotten sparkly cabinets, pure white cabinets, large veining, small veining, no veining. It's just kind of whatever it is, and I kind of will dictate the backsplash from those counters. But yeah, so really happy with how it looks. Just to show you guys kind of how these work. These are fancy schmancy. Obviously they go out, and if you push it, it closes beautifully. This is gonna be a big pop because since we took out this wall, it's gonna be the whole living room in one. And going into the not living room, the garage area, there's not really much going on here still. I've taken out a lot of trash, but I have more flooring there. I have all the fans and electrical, and here's the front and back door. I also have a good amount of baseboard here that's gonna be put on after the floor is laid. With my electrician coming back and putting in some outlets here and here. My electrician will be back to finish up the final, electrical, which is gonna be swapping out all of these outlets, switches, putting those in, and then putting in a few of these outlets. The boxes are in there, but they still need the receptacle. Let's go to the back. Let's talk about me losing $2,500, I think, total. So here's what happened. This electrician that's doing my work is actually the second electrician I have right now. He's a guy I've used before. He's great, he's a little bit pricey. I had a cheaper guy that I referred to in my prior video, which I will put up here. So here's the fence. This guy did a great job. So what happened? My mechanic, who later became my electrician, did an okay job, electrician. I think I briefly talked about that last video. He had told me at that exact same time that he has a brother that can do fencing. I had told all my contractors I need a fence guy. I already had 3 quotes from 3 different companies, one for like $6,000, one for $6,400, and one for $5,400. They said they could do it for $5,000. I was like, great. There are just 2 guys, and he showed me a bunch of photos of his prior fences. I was like, awesome. So I gave them $2,000 to buy materials, which is typical. I mean, I would prefer not to give them any money, but given it's 2 dudes, this mechanic guy has done, 4 things for me at this point. I've given him well over $3,000 in other stuff. I was like, I trust him. And by the way, this mechanic guy is not actually the one that's building the fence, it's his brother. he's gonna be helping his brother building it, so them two. The brother's the one that has the experience in actually building the fence. So, next day comes, I come to the house, I see there's materials laid. Cool, they're gonna start next tomorrow. Now, I've been told from all my companies that I called that a fence will be built in 2 days max. That's how fast these guys run. So another day goes by, I see like 2 posts put up and like everything's demoed. Cool. Another day goes by, a 3rd post, 4th day goes by, nothing. Now keep in mind, I'm traveling a lot, so I can't necessarily see progress. I have to call my other contractors and say, hey, how's it looking outside? Because my other guy, I would call him, like the fence guy that ended up scamming me, I'd call him and he'd be like, oh yeah, you know, tomorrow I'll be done, like I can call you after, cool. So, you know, he just kept delaying it. And every single day he's like, tomorrow will be done, tomorrow will be done. So that's a bad sign. So at this point, I had sent him $3,000. Then I get a text from him saying, hey dude, this is probably 4 days in. So he's been pushing for 3 days. And I told him, keep in mind, I've told him like, hey dude, I know it's just 2 guys. It's not a crew. I don't mind if you guys take a week, just be upfront with me as to how long it's gonna take. Cause I don't want you to keep saying tomorrow. Oh, okay, got it. So he said, hey dude, like I don't want to put you in my business, but you know, I really need some money. Can you front me some of the money earlier than later for some personal issues? And initially, I'll see if I can find the text. I said, no, I can't do that. I given you enough money for the job. No. And then I thought about it more and I was thinking, I had kind of shut him down pretty hard. And I was thinking, you know, maybe if he actually needs the money and I confront him a little bit more, he'll do a great job on the fence and he may want to continue working for me and I can ask for a favor back later. So I called him and said, hey, what's going on, dude? Like, I know I was pretty quick. I just wanted to hear what the situation is. Do you have like a bed, food? Because I knew he had like 2-3 kids. And he said, oh yeah, no man, we're just getting evicted. I got the 3-day notice to vacate. It's just really tough right now. And I was like, okay. So in my head, I'm like, man, this guy should just finish the job. I thought, you know, I would have given him another $2,000. So out of the kindness of my heart, I sent him, I think, $400 more to do it. So at that point, same deal. I said, hey, so I'm sending you $400. You know, figure it out with yourself. This is just out of the kindness of my heart, and keep me updated with the fence. Okay. Next day, nothing for the fence. I text him, no response. Next day, his brother calls me. So my mechanic calls me and says, hey, dude, stop sending money to my brother. He's being weird. I'm pretty upset because he's only giving me like $150 for my time and we spent a lot of time demoing. But I think he's trying to scam you. This is his brother. This is like my mechanic whose brother he's talking to. You know, it's like, this is kind of ridiculous because it'd be your own family, right? That's ruining his relationship with me. So he's like, hey dude, like, you know, he was like, I'll be honest, like we used to do this way back in the day, but they're like in their 30s now. And I don't know what he's doing. He's just tripping. He said, but look, I've been working with you for so long. I want to continue and finish it for you. And then he asked me like, how much money is there left in the like total deal? I said, oh, like dude, like 1,000. Like there's not much money left of the total contract scope that we were supposed to do. He said, oh shit, are you serious? Like, yeah, he's like, and he was telling, oh, you know, getting a guy to come out and help me because like, he doesn't really know what he's doing. It's gonna cost like $400 and you know, he won't make much money. I said, dude, I'm sorry. Like, that's just, I don't know what to tell you. Your brother is the one that did this. He said, okay. And then he asked, hey, can you like front me $200? Because he hasn't given me any money to pay for a worker to come by, like a guy, a helper. I said, sure. And you know, keep in mind, this guy I really trusted because I had worked with him many times for my car. Gave him $200, and then like 3 hours later, I was thinking more, and I called a bunch of other fence guys, and I told them, hey, my situation, said, hey, how much does it cost for you guys to come? Because as I thought more, I was like, man, this guy, he was not a very good electrician. He's a great mechanic, not a very good electrician, and he told me he's not too familiar with fences. So in my head, I was like, fuck, this guy's gonna take 2 more weeks to finish this fence, and I need it done yesterday because we have other things going on. Well, not yesterday, but I need it done soon. Like, I can't afford to wait that long. So I ended up calling him back like 3 hours later. I said, hey dude, like, you know, I thought more about it and I called a few other fence guys and I got a guy that's gonna come and do it for another $2,000. So can you send me the $200 back? Because, you know, you're relieved from the project. I'm sorry about your brother, like, shit happens. I'm not too upset, like, whatever. And then he said, oh yeah, bro, yeah, no worries. And he was like, but what about the electrical work? Can I finish the electrical work? And I told him straight up, I was like, hey dude, I'll be honest with you. your electrical work, although works and is correct, you did take like a week to do. And you know, with how fast the project's moving, I can't really afford that. So I already have another guy that's like lined up to do it. But this will not impact me using you for a mechanic whatsoever. I still like your mechanic work. He was like, oh man, sorry about that. I didn't know about that. I was like, yeah, sorry dude, it's just, you know, things are moving really quick. Then he blocks me. So both guys block me after that. And you know, I actually end up calling him my other phone number, doesn't answer, answers my text though. And then he's like saying it's my fault, I shouldn't trust his brother. And you know, he's just making a bunch of excuses. I told them both, I'll kick their ass if I ever see them again. I know I could beat them up, so I'm pretty happy. You know, it is what it is. But keep in mind guys, this sort of thing happens. And I'm not upset. As you can see, it happens, I'm talking about it, but I move on. You should never dwell in the past, never dwell on this sort of stuff. I made a mistake, I fronted way too much money, I bit into somebody's emotions, which I will never do again. You gotta be cold. So that's the lesson learned. Never gonna do that ever again in my life. Well, I will. You know, this is the first time I've ever been scammed by a contractor. It will not be the last, as my dad told me. So yeah, let's go finally to show off the window. Oh, and for the backyard, forgot to say, my new electrician is gonna be actually running some wire underground to that shed. So I looked in the budget, even though we lost $2,500, and by the way, I forgot to say, that new fence contractor that came and finished the job, he said they also underbought materials. He needed to buy another $600 worth of materials. And then I later realized the receipts that I received were photoshopped. So it is what it is. But yeah, so we're gonna be getting an electrical run to that shed. Really excited, it's gonna look really good. I'm not gonna run an AC or anything. I'm just gonna put siding, paint, and electrical, being one light, one outlet, and one switch. A homeowner, buyer can do whatever they want with it. Put an AC in it, put an office, I don't care. Rooms look the same. Again, just needs some windows. Bathroom, same deal here. Just needs a mirror and lights, and a faucet. And here are my windows. So we picked up all these windows yesterday. This is a huge window. This is a window that I think I briefly mentioned in part 1. That's gonna be right here. So that window specifically is gonna have no latches and no openings. It's gonna be a clear piece of glass looking outside. It's gonna look gorgeous. So we got all the windows here. This is all windows for the entire house. Thankfully only 6. This cost me $1,500 and it's gonna be in, it's gonna look gorgeous. So by next week, we should have the windows put in. We should have the paint for the outside done. We should have the paint and drywall for the inside done. And we should have probably electrical being done. And I'll probably be doing plumbing at that point. And touch-ups for the interior. As well for the exterior, I don't think I'll be having the roof done yet at that point, but we'll see. So the goal again is to be having this thing done by the end of the month. I believe from this day we have 12 days. I'm pretty confident we can do that. We'll see. Worst case scenario, August 3rd, 4th, which is fine. So see you guys in the next one. Happy to talk to you guys. Shoot me a text, shoot me a DM. I also have a very exciting purchase. I'm gonna be buying a self-storage facility. We'll be making another video soon when I go on site for that one. And hope you guys have a nice one. Follow, rate, subscribe, like, comment, do your thing, and talk to you soon. Bye-bye.